Runner's regeneration workout part 1 in a series of 50. Yeah, 50. First things first, mindset. We just do not want to put out videos where it's arbitrary exercises. We want to arm you with information, education, teach you principles so that you can filter information better and ask the appropriate questions for yourselves, for your coaches, for your running partners. We're going to tackle 4 principles: tissue quality, mobility, flexibility, and your autonomic nervous system. Okay? We always want to have a program that builds up your physical assets and limits your physical liabilities. I want you to think of your body as a Lamborghini, and your running is your performance. But how many miles will that Lamborghini drive before it starts breaking down? That's your durability. Remember, 2 sides of the coin, and that durability is what we are going to tackle today. First things first, runner's toothbrush. Amy's picking the tennis ball. You can also do a lacrosse ball. So we're doing tissue quality. Amy's rolling out the bottom of her feet. Again, better tissue quality, you're able to absorb force far better on each foot strike. We do 30 to 60 seconds on each foot. We are going to pretend Amy did both sides. So again, now we're going to the glutes. So Amy's going to sit on the runner's toothbrush, which is a tennis ball or lacrosse ball. It's on her right glute right now. She's going to put her right leg over her left, and she's going to seek out any tender spots or knots and try to roll them out. Now, why should you care about knots in your muscles? If you have knots in your muscles, you cannot use the full complement of that muscle for running. Now, running is a lot of series of hops and bounds, and those hops and bounds come from elastic energy in your muscles. Imagine your muscle as a rubber band, and if there's knots in there, your ability to expand and use that elastic energy is diminished, okay? So this is a performance limiting factor if you have those knots. So we're going to pretend Amy did both sides for about 60 seconds. Next one is the IT band, which is like the boogeyman in running circles, right?
Yes.
We're going to have the tennis ball on the side of Amy's hip, right, at the top part, and she's also going to seek out and destroy any knots.
I'm not crying.
Yeah, not crying. You can go back and forth, side to side, a circular motion. And again, try 30 to 60 seconds. The more uncomfortable it is, the more you need it. Right. So again, we're going to pretend Amy did both sides for a minute. Next up, we are tackling flexibility. So half kneeling position. Yeah, 1 foot in front of the other. Imagine you're on a narrow surfboard. Half kneeling position, rock forward on your left hip, and then left hand reaches out for the sky. This half kneeling stance is fantastic. It mimics single leg stance. And Amy's going to rock back and forth about 12 times. And then go ahead and switch. Nice. Half kneeling hip flexor stretch with a reach. You can spice this up by kind of tilting towards your left, and you tap into a little IT band. Nice. Next one up is calf stretch. So we're going to take a strap. We're using a super band. Get a yoga strap, any type of strap from a sporting goods store. It's a $10 investment, and it's a must-have. So Amy's going to put the band middle of the foot, and she's going to pull the toes towards her nose, give some resistance, and pump that brake back and forth. 12 times, pump that brake. Great calf stretch here. Again, we're going to pretend she did both sides. Next one up is standing ankle mobility. We'll face that way, profile. About 3 to 4 inches from the wall. making sure the heel is on the floor. She's going to rock that knee forward over the midline of the foot. Okay, dorsiflexion, the ability to bring toes towards your nose, is huge for running mechanics. So a lot of the times we lose that ankle mobility or dorsiflexion, so we want to maintain it. Preventing the maintenance on your Lamborghini. She did both sides, right? Next one up is bent over upper back mobility. Now this is a general purpose. Go ahead and sit back, rotate from the top of the chest towards the ceiling. This is a general purpose posture and mobility exercise. A lot of people were sitting all day and it really screws up your posture and your mechanics. So 12 times on each side. All the rotation happening at the chest. If you want to add a little to this, exhale on the way out and you'll get a few more inches. Nice. That's the extra push there. Next one up is your autonomic nervous system. There's two branches. Your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight one. You know, the stressed out one, the high intensity workouts. But there's also the parasympathetic nervous system. Now this is the system that helps you recover. Now this can amplify the adaptations that you want from running. We are going to have Amy in a position. It's baby in the crib position. I won't go into the science, but there's fundamental reasons why we have this position. Feet up on the wall. Amy's going to breathe in through the nose for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 10 seconds. We are going to do 4 cycles of this. Now, at around 7 to 8 seconds, you're going to feel like, holy crap, I have no more air left. Keep pushing. At around 7 to 8 seconds, something happens. There's a little click in your core. These are your deep diaphragmatic and stabilizer muscles really activating. Here's another added benefit. It helps drop your rib cage. It increases the ability of your lungs or your diaphragm to inflate more oxygen. You know how valuable that is. Okay? So you're running, especially if it's intense, sympathetic nervous system goes up. But you got to pay attention to your recovery system. Okay? So this is the runner's regeneration workout. Have fun with it.